So now we're going to kind of get into the nitty gritty. We've kind of laid this out for you, but like, what does this actually look like? So we're going to do a little demo, little kind of role play here. And Daniel's going to be kind of the question asker or the coach, and I'll be the person. And we have not actually rehearsed this, so this is like totally improvised. But the question is.
Yes. So the question that we have prepared is, we're gonna start the session by just asking, what kind of person do you want to be 5 years from now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really interesting question, because like a lot of times it's like, where do you want to be in 5 years? But like, what kind of person do you want to be in 5 years? Because I feel like I'm on this path already that I really like the direction it's going in terms of my career and creativity and all this kind of thing. But there's always room to grow, right? And to develop. And so I think the kind of person I want to be is, somebody who is fully embracing my own creativity and potential, but also like deeply supporting others.
Sure.
To do the same thing.
Well, yeah, and you've already like accomplished a lot. You're already on the path. So, my question is, how are you going to take that to the next level, or maybe what's holding you back from that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I was just talking with a friend of mine. I have this essay that I wrote based on my experience of having COVID and also being in the freeze last year. And I've recently kind of pulled it out again and wanting to send it out, to publications. But what this person suggested to me is like, well, are you thinking too small here? Like, what if you took it out to storytelling groups or open mic nights, and it would be a way to like refine the story and really drill down into what's important in like a performance aspect. And that kind of scared me.
Yeah. The idea of, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not thinking big enough.
Right.
But I'm noticing she asked that to you in a closed question way. Are you not thinking big enough? And that's a yes or no question.
Right, that's true. Good point. And that's not actually how they phrased it, but I was kind of paraphrasing.
Sure. But what if we say, we could ask it a different way? We could say, what would it take, or what's the mindset shift to think in terms of 10x? How do we 10x your original plan?
Yeah, so I started thinking about it and was like, okay, that feels like a little scary to like go out to an open mic night with this very personal story. But maybe that's actually like, that's the edge, that's the comfort zone that I need to be exploring. So there's something kind of, and this just as an aside, when you're asking powerful questions, this is how people are going to react. They're going to be like, whoa, that's scary.
It's a little scary.
And well, that's also kind of exciting, right? So yeah, thinking about that. And then it actually got me thinking like, wow, maybe I could even develop like a TED talk around this, or some kind of a talk that I, go on some sort of circuit and present. And that like really started to open up possibilities.
Interesting. So first it was like, I'm on the edge, this is a little scary. And then you're like sinking into it, like, oh yeah, there's even more possibilities. Okay,
yeah. Cool. And what I liked about this was like, I was thinking, just in terms of like getting it published in some sort of literary journal, and that's all well and good, but like this kind of broke it open for me as far as like, well, what's actually possible here.
Absolutely. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the next step? What's something concrete you can do?
Yeah, so I actually talked with my business partner, Charlotte, who is plugged into the kind of storytelling community. And she told me of some storytelling events around Austin and beyond that I might kind of pitch to or look into. So
interesting.
That's on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you told me now, so I'm going to ask you. Follow up.
Yeah. And this is another big thing, incidentally, with kind of coaching, is having an accountability partner who you speak your goal to, and then they help to hold you accountable to that. So
should we stop there?
I think we'll stop there. Thank you.
Very well.